Hello, today we talk about variables in Python. The last tutorial I showed the print command to you, and this did something like this. But this is merely the very basics. You are not gonna just type stuff in programming. So I'm going to introduce variables in this tutorial. What variables are? They are very similar to the real life variables, except that they can do a whole lot more. So let me just do a basic variable thing. Now if you know what variables are in real life, it would be no problem at all. So here I have denoted x, the value of 100. Let's see what happens if I do print x 100. Now I can also modify the value. So right now the value is 100, but if I do 150 and press enter, now the value of x is modified. Now you can do this with a, b, c, d and all of that. But suppose you have done from a to z and you need more variables and all of the variables are ended. You could even put in strings. For example, you can write a, b, c, d. By the way, do not put these or it would mess up. Equals, I could put a value, and now if I do print a, b, c, d, it would give me 250. But I am not entering any apostrophes here, because we have defined the value of a, b, c, d here, that is 250. If I put apostrophes, this would not work. See, okay. So last time I also showed you how you can do maths, but that was a very non-systematic way of doing maths. Suppose you have to add x to y. Now I'm just defining the value of x 100 again, and y equals. Now you could do it in two ways. Let me show this one to you first. So you could do x plus y, or you could do q equals x plus y. So this is the answer. And now I can do print q. This is a better way of doing. I personally feel like it. And you could pretty much do anything with these variables, multiplication and all that stuff. But yeah, and now there is a difference in variables in Python and in real life. Now if you do a equals 100, that would be acceptable in Python and in real life. I shouldn't say real life, it's a very lame thing to use, but I just do that. And if you do print a, it's 100. Now if you do 100 equals b, you first put 100 and then you put b, it would still be acceptable in normal algebra and variables, but in this one you cannot do it. So the variable must come right here to the left side. And now this equal sign, you could not check whether a equals b. What it will do is, let me show you. I assign a 100, b 100. Actually I'll do b 150. So if I do a equals b, it would not tell whether this is true or false. It would just update the value of a to b, that is 150. So there are a bit differences, but now you could pretty much also enter strings in here. So you could do and if I do this, now x is denoting this string because I have entered in these apostrophes. This is a string. So if I now do print x, it would just print this. And this is very important because you could pretty much do anything, and you have to do pretty much everything using variables. Without it, I mean, you cannot build anything having mass. And just this is very important. And these are just the basics. Now definitely the next time I'd be showing you how to make an actual program, because this is we are just using Python GUI and no one else would be able to see this except us. So I just show you how to make a Python file. Okay, so thank you for watching.